Each hour reminds you to do three things. Allah's with me, Allah's hearing me, Allah's seeing me. Now, let me ask you, Imam Tahir, how long does it take you to do that?
A moment.
A moment? How many seconds? To just remind yourself that Allah's with me, Allah's seeing me, Allah's hearing me.
1 second.
1 second. What are your waking hours in the day?
Waking hours, I'll probably say 18.
18? So 18 times 1, 18 seconds. So 18 seconds in the whole day, I'm just asking you to do one thing, which is to remind yourself, Allah's with me, and Allah's seeing me, and Allah's hearing me. And you do that for every single hour. And what you'll find is, no matter where you are, you might be working, you might be with your family, but you remind yourself that Allah is with you, and then you do that connection with that person, or that dealing with that person with Allah at the forefront. So that's the first thing. The second thing is practicing. Have I gone?
No, carry on.
The second thing is to embed a very important prophetic quality within yourself, which is called long periods of silence. Now, when I hear long periods of silence for the first time, one thing that might come to my mind is I don't speak ever again. Right? I go to the mountains and I don't see anyone. I'm not telling you to do that. What I'm telling you to do is very simple. Whenever you're in an interaction with someone or you're dealing, you have two options, right? Let's say someone has insulted you. You have two options: retaliation or remaining silent. And whenever remaining silent is above retaliation, and that's the better option, you take it. So you only speak when it's better than silence. That's what I'm telling you to do. Very simple. Third or the fourth thing we're asking you to do is to practice good character. Now, when I hear the word good character, it can mean so many different things. I can give yourself a gift in Tahir that be considered good character. Or you can be someone that listens to me, and that can be considered to be good character. All of these can be summarized in one very simple sentence. Whenever you meet someone, you want to leave them in a better position than you first met. And that's how you can practice actually. So carry on.
That's great. No, I think that's good to just finalize one more thing then. Then what are you gonna do?
So
after that, what are you gonna do?
I was gonna go for just quickly the sheets. I would have done
The sheet. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. But this is what pathway?
This is pathway 1, so the Gardens of Paradise.
And then the next person can do pathway 2, but still go through the process. Okay. If I can ask Furqan to give your feedback and then Hamza. That was good for me.
Alhamdulillah, it was very good, very well spoken, and very detailed as well. The structure was good. I probably, it's mainly in terms of delivery, I would say, tailoring it to the audience, right? So yeah, obviously got Imam Tahir involved. The examples were good. For feedback or improvements, I would say.
Can you turn that off? Like, it keeps going off. Do you know how to turn it off? So we don't have to click it.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Could you just send me the presentation then? Is that okay?
For improvements,
It might take a while though.
improvements.
Go
So
ahead.
for feedback for improvements, I would say
I should send in PDF. It's quicker.
the delivery, as in like maybe switching up the tone slightly, or I think the knowledge aspect is good. Like you know what you're talking about. You just need to be more passionate or more involved in that side. But other than that, everything is very good, mashallah.
Hamza?
Bismillah ar-Rahman. So in terms of the actual delivery, mashallah, was quite good. Like Brother Furqan mentioned, just emphasizing things a bit more. I think obviously because we're in a small room and like there's people around, you don't want to stand up and start like going mad or like shouting your head off or whatever. But mashallah, the only thing I would say is probably with the actual explanation of the World Peace Movement, I didn't feel as though I fully grasped the understanding. Maybe because it was mentioned the problem was mentioned, which was good. You mentioned how many people don't feel peace in their life, etc. But it seemed as though you just jumped straight to, for example, prophetic path, seek to change, without actually explaining, okay, how we deliver, what is it that we do, for example,
As in like the actual offerings. Is it?
yeah, the offerings, exactly, and
Like retreats and stuff like that.
GG retreats and things like this. So, or even going off the basis of the fact that this is a world peace movement, and it's not something that we're starting with them. It's actually something that's already established. And if you don't join, that's completely fine. Yeah, but we're presenting them. It's as though you're giving them an opportunity to join. It's like, for example, if someone says, okay, you've got an opportunity to, let's say, have, for example, £10, yeah. All you have to do is sign yourself up, and here's £10. You get me? Now, we've got to make sure that £10 are of value to them, isn't it? If that £10 is not of value to them, let's say, for example, instead I say, oh, it's a bit of dirt, a bit of mud, sign up. They're not going to sign up because they're not interested in it. So it's like you've got to present the world peace movement in a way where it's like, okay, they'll miss out if they don't have it, essentially. So that's my
Mashallah, I think what's been mentioned, I think, Hamza, I thought it was actually, you got experience in doing this, by the way, we could tell, mashallah. I think, you said you could brush up your knowledge on who we are. I think that's probably a lot of people need to know this, and how to explain who we are. So, for example, like being more clear about, like what's been mentioned already, actually.
I think that stuff is what I like. Even knowing the mantra of World Peace Movement, I've only heard it like recently.
I think one thing Hassan mentioned recently, and it was, I think it was mentioned on that Monday, wasn't it? I think it was Usman Majid that mentioned it, actually. They said, what is the World Peace Movement? Yeah, and it's the answer is in the name, that is giving world peace. You presented peace across the entire world. So if you present it that way, it's like, for example, I did the onboarding once, and asked someone, what is the World Peace Movement? They said to me, it sounds like something Trump would do, yeah.
Trump?
Yeah, Trump.
He created this peace thing, didn't
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I said, we don't use his methods, don't worry, but this is what the World Peace Movement is, essentially bringing world peace. How do we do this? With the 3 pathways. Very simple.
So you mentioned that, actually. You said we're bringing peace to humanity, to nation. I like that, actually, to individuals, to country, nation. So you mentioned the top part. Then it's actually, now I'm Tahir, how does that relate to me? It's all about relating to the individual as well. So if I want to sell a phone, this phone is really good, it's amazing, it works, yeah? You can watch TV, watch YouTube. Then bring it closer to me. Oh, by the way, this saves you hours.
So how would I do that? Let's say we're in a...
That's why judging the audience is so
Okay, so
important.
we have to look at the audience.
100%. So
Let's say, for example, we have Wakefield, which is mostly the commoner, right?
yeah, commoner. Not like sacred commoners.
No, commoner meaning like
The
us.
professionals.
Facetious.
Prophetic path crowd.
Yes.
So how would we relate that back to
Okay,
the-
it's a really good question. Oh, mashallah, how you doing, man? You got big. Jim,
Sorry? Just getting fat. No, Jim.
you got married, eh?
No.
Tawbah Kareer. So basically, with the Wakefield, for example, let's say the majority of people in their 30s and 40s are older, yeah? And some young people. It'd be basically saying, so the best thing about the World Peace Movement is saying, look, there's a need for this. Everyone's worried about there's no leadership in our community. Yeah? We've got issues happening in our own country. We've got domestic issues happening. Bradford, Wakefield near Bradford, yeah? Yorkshire is one of the worst places for Muslims to live in. And then we want to, no wonder the people looking at Muslims that way. Now this is what the World Peace Movement is all about. It's about empowering you guys to make change in your own communities. Yeah? So when you hit them and say, for example, now it's easy for you. What does Prophetic Path do? We bring purpose back into your life. Your marriage brings purpose. Then what does Wise Life do? Marriage issues, we do marriage workshop. Self-development issues, about identity crisis, we do identity workshop. Business, like people are not having, people don't know what to do in their careers. We have a prophetic model of how to bring risk into your life. Like then it's like that student might be thinking, oh, this is good for me. That person going through marriage, this is good for me. Does it make sense? Trust me, people are seeing issues left, right, and centre. So when you're saying you give all the solution, and then what was mentioned was, this is what we do now. Not we're going to do. We are doing this right now, and we're doing this across the globe. Set something up here. You have the opportunity. But then pathway one, by the way, that was good. So now for you guys, now this is for you now. Those who want to just Jannah, yeah? And you can say it like that. Yeah, if it's just for you now and you just want Jannah, here's a 4-step process. So by the way, it's a 4-step process, 3 actions, not 4 actions. It's a 4-step process. One is correcting your purpose. Before my purpose was my children. My children left me. Before my purpose was my wife. My wife gives me a headache. Before my purpose was career. Career let me down. That's why you're all suffering. Direct the purpose to true purpose, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now there we know failure then. Now, how can I make that easy step, 3-step process, yeah? Which is presence, which you've done well by explaining, giving an example to someone. Second one was what? Prolonged period of silence. Third was keep track of. Then you end it with the hadith. Yeah? Because people like to...
Rooted, yeah.
Yeah, then you root it to this is what's going to be valuable in the day of judgment. This is it. If you want that, that's judgment. Then you go on to now.
Isn't the hadith about what's easy on your back that you can...
Yeah. So that's connected to that, yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah.
I think one thing that landed for me recently as well was what you can also do is present, the prophetic legacy. I know, you, like for example, you didn't about the mission of the Prophet ﷺ, right? What you can do is present it as a responsibility.
But we will come on to that. The next question.
Okay. I was going to mention it with the
Who's going next?
mission of
Furqan. Okay, Furqan. So you do the same thing about who we are, but then come on to pathway 2. Oh, it's not. The
Did you send it?
I sent it to all 3 of you, but it's still got like clock ticking. Where is it? Where was it now? I've lost it. You don't really need it anyway, guys, but you all are professionals.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.
Look how serious you are. But the Hamza sort it out.
So what is the world peace movement? Now if you think of these 3 words of the organization, it's as simple as that. Our aim, our objective as an organization is to carpet the whole world with peace and justice. Just as the globe moves, this movement is a global organization that is working towards bringing peace to individuals, bringing peace to communities, and then bringing peaceful organizations to the countries or to the world, right? So why is it that this organization, the World Peace Movement, is needed in this day and age? Now, the world is currently suffering. Individuals are suffering with anxiety, mental health issues, issues with their marriage, issues with their life, their job. Who is there to address that? Now, communities also have issues, right? They are struggling to develop their infrastructure, they're struggling to develop their communities. There's gang violences, people are dying from poverty. Who is addressing those issues? Then there is differences in religion, culture and identity. And these are usually the main root causes of conflict. And who is there to rectify these issues, rectify these conflicts, right? So us as an organization, we are looking at the slides are good actually. Are these the right slides?
Yeah, but you're doing a good job. So where do you want to get to?
go to the bronze. Yeah.
So to address all of these issues within our organization, we have a branch that looks at welfare. So people who are in need of food, who are in need of site camps, who are in need of money, facilities, and these kind of things. We have an organization called the Bagh Welfare Trust, a welfare program that associates to this need. Now we also have an organization under the name of Wise Life Academy. They look for, or they attend to the needs of world leaders, politicians, influential people, similar way to how the Prophet ﷺ used to send out delegations to different countries, different ambassadors. This is the branch of the Wise Life Academy.
Yeah, I've got it. You got it now? Yeah, carry on.
Just give me a second.
So then another part of our organization is called the Prophetic Path. And similar to how the World Peace Movement is simple in the naming, Prophetic Path is simple in its name as well. It is your common Muslim who is looking for the right way out of his struggles in life. How to perfect his salah properly, how to effortlessly worship, in his ibadah, whatever it may be. And then for the 6 odd billion people in the world who don't even have the message of Islam, who don't even know the message of peace, there is an organization called Seek to Change. They are helping facilitate people that are not even on the pathway to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the pathway to Islam, the pathway to peace. Similarly, we have organizations for sisters, young prophetic path, youth, which looks at the young brothers, and also different charities and different organizations that we have. They all are facilitating the main purpose of bringing peace to the world. So how are we delivering this vision, right? We have a mentoring program that looks at individuals who need that help, that one-to-one situation that they may need help. We also have a branch that is looking at the international side, going to different countries, presenting this message of peace. On the national side, in the UK, in Denmark, in Pakistan, wherever it may be. And the marketing branch, we are facilitating retreats, creating content, facilitating different tours across the world. So recently we had the Africa tour, where we went to South Africa, Ivory Coast, as well as
We're giving you 2 more minutes.
Ivory Coast. So these are the different Jamaats that have gone to Africa, and the global mission. So these are key projects that we are facilitating. Special tours that are going to Umrah, community retreats, educational seminars. So we have visited, as an organization, we have visited over 80 countries. We have delivered 1,000 plus seminars, and we have had over 10,000 participants, right? So I'll go to the pathway 2 now. So
transition it first, then go to pathway 2. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
The
okay.
transition. Okay,
So
now the
how am I
two
supposed to miss out pathway 1 then?
Say again?
You want to-
transition it to the pathways, then skip pathway 1.
Inshallah. So to facilitate this,
Go 1 minute.
So to facilitate this global mission, that is not just our mission, is the mission of the Prophet ﷺ.
Yeah.
And these teachings are from him. So in essence, we are just following in his footsteps, in his Sahaba's footsteps, And now is the special month of Muharram. We are also following the footsteps of his blessed grandson as well, So we have 3 different pathways that a person can really go away with something today. Everyone should go away with we are offering, let's say, fruit. We are offering the water of life, right? We are offering it you. It's up to you to either take it, eat it, consume it, or drink it. So one of the pathways is the gardens of paradise, which our brother Adnan has mentioned previously, right? The second pathway, it links to the friendship and the nearness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? So in a nutshell, the pathway 1 is how to safeguard others from yourself, in the sense that you are being an ambassador of peace. You are being peaceful to others, right? Then the pathway 2 is for the friendship and nearness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now you are are emanating goodness, you are emanating peace. You are being peaceful with yourself, and now you are also emanating peace with others. So the friendship and the nearness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is where you are reflecting the blessed qualities of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the blessed qualities of the Prophet ﷺ, and you are bringing peace and blessings to creation as a whole. And this is the main objective of Pathway 2.
Mashallah, that's good. Okay, mashallah, jazakallah khair. Asr has kept putting in a time limit, which is good though. Adnan, feedback?
I think overall, mashallah, like you hit the nail on the head on the world peace movement. Like, sort of brought in, and I think I also like the examples you used. It's almost like naming the problem society or people face, and then giving the solution, which is the department that we have established as well.
Yeah.
So I think you almost like brought in, right? And it's like, I think to your point as well, it's like important to mention that whether you join or not, it's down to you, right? It's almost a gift being given to you, and it's up to you to take it or not. I think if you can, I think that's what you mentioned. In terms of like feedback, one thing I would say is, I think one thing that's very important is being able to transition very well from the talk to this. Because it's like, you coming to us and doing it, we know why you're doing it, right? We're just helping each other.
Yeah.
But then, to like a random person, they're like, what's he doing? What is he even talking about?
Yeah.
And for like the next minute, they're gonna be like thinking about what's he even doing here, and they'll miss like a minute of your talk. So even if you spend like some time just mentioning how you transition from the bayan to what you're doing, it's so important, right?
Yeah.
It's so important, just that transition. So I think that's the main thing
Yeah.
for me, at least.
Hamza, sir?
Ji, mashallah, bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So you explained it quite well. And I think one thing as well, like Brother Adnan mentioned, is that transition between, okay, you've explained the world peace movement, but how does it link to the three pathways? So making sure that that's clear and concise. It's like, for example, it seemed as though you're scrambling for something which linked to the three pathways, like for example, month of Muharram, Sayyidina Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, which you could do in essence with, for example, if a delivery has been talking about that, but essentially what you want to do is concrete. How can you transition the world peace? How does the world peace movement transition to the three pathways? And the second thing I would say is that, once a point's being concreted, and it's been understood, then don't over-explain it, because that way then you can lose the person as well. So them two aspects.
Mashallah, some really good feedback by the way, alhamdulillah. I think it's really good, mashallah. I actually think it is, and I agree, you're very clear in what you're talking about, which is good, what you're saying. So alhamdulillah, I think it is obviously appreciated that you don't know what topic we're talking about,
exactly,
so that is going to be difficult to transition. And I think from the way Marshall you're doing the talk, like your stage section is good by the way, because you are transitioning from topics. So I think I don't have an issue with that. One thing I say from personal feedback, and this is very important as teachers, you're a very soft guy, mashallah, a very gentle guy. But when you're talking to 40 people, then you're not talking to like you are at home. Everyone wishes to have that kind of voice where you're gentle. It's a prophetic quality. When you're talking to 50 people, someone like you who's naturally soft, you got to now express yourself even. So you got to be uncomfortable. So when you're speaking,